Alrighty, guys, welcome back to Talk the West. Today's video is Super Bowl Night 1. Now, it is Tuesday. Didn't get the video up last night because it was opening night, but this is how we're going to do it. Each night leading up to the Super Bowl, and I'm going to do a couple videos on the Super Bowl, we're going to do a little breakdown. So we'll basically do a couple, two segments. This is how it's going to work for tonight. There's going to be two segments. The first segment is each QB's throwing motion. Now, I've gone back in the past, and if you look a year ago, if you look at my channel, you can find QB throwing motions of the AFC. So basically, we're going to do each QB's throwing motion. Now, if you look back, I had done Joe Burrow's, but I've never done Matthew Stafford's. So, and it's a little bit changed, you know, it changes. As they're progressing and getting better, especially for Joe Burrow in his only second year, it changes. Like after injuries, it changes their motion. So we're going to go over that. And then the second segment of today's video, we're going to do a forecast. No, not the weather forecast. Of course, I mean, well, it's not indoor stadium. It's technically an outdoor stadium. Anyway, I'm going off. But it's going to be like 80 degrees, so it's going to be hot. But we're going to go with the game forecast. I don't know if you've seen this, but people do like game forecasts. So like the forecast, oh, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. It's going to be a game forecast. So that's what we're going to do. So let's start off with the throwing motion. Right, so let's go on the AFC side of the Bengals. Great job by Joe Burrow conducting this team, especially in the AFC Championship. But let's start with Joe Burrow. All right, so as I did it before, I just did here, and I did like here. Now that's still like what it is. It's still this, but it's turned into he's angled the ball instead of here. What is there? But you want a triangle, of course. So it's angled the ball to there. So it's here. And instead of bringing it like here, you go like this. Which is kind of the same thing. But he has the different receivers. But so it's basically, I'll do it again. Got the new Super Bowl ball too. So here we go. So he'll just do, so that's basically what Joe Burrow is. Keep it at instead of here, tilt it back. Then you go here and throw it. Now for Matthew Stafford's motion, he used to be more like this. That was his motion when he was with the Lions. So he used to go like, but now he's got a little bit more of a up here. He's holding the ball higher, but you don't want it like down here, but you don't want it up here. You don't want it to Peyton Manning. I mean, some people do that, but so basically you want it. He'll keep it like right here, and he'll go. So like. A little bit of a side arm, not too much, but if you watch, still do it in slow-mo. Angles. So that's basically Matthew Stafford's. That's it for the first segment of throwing motions. In the next segment of throwing motions, what we're going to do is a forecast. So the forecast is basically what's going to happen. Now, I'm going to do a big prediction video before. I'm going to do multiple videos leading up. But for the forecast, it's going to be, I'm going to forecast what's going to happen. Now, I predict the Bengals are not going to be off to a slow start throwing to Ja'Marr Chase, but they're going to get in a rhythm. And I think the Rams are going to start by running the ball. The Rams are going to want to run the ball. I think the theme is going to be run the ball because you want to keep the ball out of the other offense's good hands. Both great offenses, both great running backs. You got Cam Akers and Michelle and Mixon and Samaje Perine. So I think that's going to happen. And then for the Bengals, your prediction forecast is stop Cooper Kupp. You cannot let Cooper Kupp get to you. So Cooper Kupp is going to eat you up in the backfield. Eat you up. So that's what I think for the Bengals thing is. And for the Rams, they just got to not let Joe Burrow start to get the drop back pass and just launch it downfield. That's what they got to figure out. Like, how can they stop that? How can they stop that? By pulling safeties back, but then they'll take the short routes. The Bengals are a tough team to beat, but I believe the Rams have the edge here. But I think that's what they got to do. And then the big thing is, I think their defensive line is going to get to the quarterback. I mean, the Bengals have one of the worst offensive lines, and the Rams have one of the best defensive lines. That's going to be a mismatch. That's the area where the Rams need to attack. They need to attack that area. So I think that's the area for that. And so that's a big forecast. And two great kickers in this game. I know kickers don't get enough love, but both great kickers. So if it comes down to the wire, like a lot of these playoffs games have you're gonna get rely on some great kickers. So I think that's what's gonna happen. make sure to stay tuned. There's going to be lots of videos coming over the Super Bowl. Make sure to like and subscribe. This is Talk of the West.